Yeah, good morning, comrades. It's a pleasure welcoming you this morning.
Yeah, good morning. It's quite a long time to be on your show, right?
Yeah, Mr. Kunda, you are looking very sweet. Is it that you've resumed your appointment in FCT?
So if it says, if they can give me an appointment to be for the betterment of the country, with the particle of the rebuilding of new Nigeria, I think I wish to be part of it. That's if they invited me.
Okay, if they can give you, but you have been a good supporter of this administration and you have so much confidence, of course, in the project and the program for this government that it was intended to better the lots of the people. But based on global, of course, reports that Nigeria is being hampered, the progress of Nigerian countries being hampered by the endemic corruption. Of course, over the years, which result into more than 140 million Nigerians multidimensionally poor.
Yeah.
So what do you have to say?
I have to say a lot, right? Because you see, the problem of this country, the corruption of this country, the corrupted people in this country, they are everywhere, and they have turned themselves to, cabal. What I'm saying now is, as it is, all of us have to be a stakeholder in fighting on killing this corruption. Why am I saying this? Because we have to be one to fight that corruption battle. Because as it is now, I think the endemic corruption you're talking of, it has been on for a while, for years, for decades. And I can tell you, this democratic system we are practicing now is more corrupt than the military. Nevertheless, we don't want military to come back to democratic space. But when they see the extent of the corruption with the civilians, with the democratic elected people, they get offense and they take over government. But Nigeria is just so matured enough to be able to manage our this corruption and all other maladministration we've been witnessing. But thank God we had a Messiah in Tinubu. Ashiwaju Ahmed Tinubu. It's a godsend, but a lot of people don't know. And a lot of abnormality that has been going on for the past years. He has tried to amend it and correct it. And I can tell you, this country is still going to become a great country it was in the 80s, in the early 70s. That's me, and I'm still telling you, this man is a sent Messiah to bring this country back to where we belong, to bring this country back to the status of working country that you could see the G20 that he attended. He had a lot of bilateral relation with some G20 leaders. He was with Biden, he was with the president of Prime Minister of India, and he had a conversation. He had some conversation with the Chancellor of Germany, and that one will be coming to Nigeria. What we need now is to embrace investors into our country, and what the investors need to enjoy when they come is the two basic things. You can be there. You can tell me wholeheartedly that you are not. You can't say you don't know when all these people started messing up this country. They started with the refinery that we could not get. They started with the electricity that we cannot even enjoy, like even 2 hours or 3 hours. But thank God everything is working a bit better now. But so what I'm saying now is a new dawn. It's a new dawn for Nigeria with the new president we have, and I think people should just try and encourage him and support his policy, because this policy is biting hard. Everybody knows it's affecting me. It's affecting everybody. But we have to pay the price, because when we're supposed to cry out loud, we were too silent. We were there when no refinery was working, and that refinery belongs to the economy of common man. It favors the common man most, because once there's refinery, there will be food excess of food. There won't be high increase of food. This what's it called, refinery alone, it jumped rocket the prices of food items. So skyrocketed. Yes, it skyrocketed in food items, and who feel the pains most is the common man like you and I.
Yes, as you rightly said that the common man have to pay the price. Is it the ultimate price of dying before the solution is being proffered? What other price do you expect? Why Nigerians are dying under, of course, famine, under poverty? Do you expect, of course, an endless solution to be proffered?
Nigeria is not dying under any poverty. Let me tell you, we should blame ourselves, for we have been silent for a while. And one thing I want to go against with this program now is I want to go against, what's it called, propaganda. There are a lot of propaganda going on under this government, and we will not tolerate that. Let's leave this guy, let him breathe. Like we want him, we believe in him that he's going to work, and is the Messiah God has sent to rebuild Nigeria. Take it or leave it. The article of this world cannot do it. The B of this world cannot do it. I'm telling you wholeheartedly, this man is so grounded in diplomacy. When you talk of diplomacy, it's there. You could see how he, was able to manage the world powers, the presidents of the world power to enter into their space and to, just to let them know we Nigeria, we are still working for a better country. So don't just look at us as we are just so corrupt, country. The corrupt ones need to be brought out, and that's what I'm saying. The 1 point agenda I really have for Mr. President is to let him go after the corrupt elements. We know them. Who are the corrupt? If he doesn't know them, I will point them out. Who are them? They are not too far. They are not too far away. All these guys, they are the one running the refinery and doing turnaround refinery that has never worked. But I don't know the hatred they just have for this man. I don't know. Especially from the southeast. I don't know.
No, sorry, not just from the southeast. I think most across the regions, most people are not happy with this administration.
I really disagree.
Even some Yorubas condemn his style of government. Yeah, so it is not just about the Igbos as far as this is, because
I will tell you
the economic mishap is not affecting only the Igbos.
It's not the one that created.
Everybody is feeling the brunt of this unfortunate policies.
Created the economic mishap.
So it's not about subjects of the Igbos.
Tinubu, the president, is not the one that created the economic mishap you are witnessing now.
But he escalated it.
How did they escalate?
He was the one that owned the policy and should take responsibility of removing the subsidy and the dollar, of course,
you are a father.
free fall.
You are a father. You have your children in the school.
Thank you.
And your what's it called, your economy is not really buoyant enough, right? Will you be deceiving your children when your children come home and say, Daddy, I need 1,000 to take to school? You manage yourself, you give him that 1,000. The second day, I need 1,000, and you have been deceiving your children for long that this 1,000 you cannot sustain it. And when time comes, you now open up to them. My son, please, we have to manage. There has to be, austerity. We have to embark on austerity measure because the pocket has drowned already. So I have no much currency on me. All your successive leaders, both the one you believe in, but for the past 8 years, they have been deceiving you guys, and you never know that. That subsidy, it cannot work, and it cannot make the country grow. So to me, I'm still saying the Southeast should allow Tinubu to work, especially those Southeast guys. I'm telling you, and it's so painful to me. We always believe we are one, but when it comes to election, you and the Southeast people, they are always antagonists. I don't know what this guy has done, calling him a thief, calling him this, calling him that, and I'm telling you, a rejected stone can easily turn to cornerstone, and a rejected stone has turned to cornerstone. Leave this guy, let him breathe, and let him breathe to work for both regions. I can really assure that guy is not a president of Yoruba alone.
I don't know if you have listened to Dele Farutimi.
I don't listen to that such element. I don't listen to it.
But he's a Yoruba person.
Maybe
he has a different opinion about the president.
Out of 10 children, you have one that is bastard. You have one that is bastard. So I'm not calling him bastard, but his own narrative is different, and he has his right to his own opinion.
But he's a Yoruba man.
I don't know
so
him as
do you isolate him from the Yoruba race?
I don't know that guy.
For expressing his opinion.
He should come up and
on matters that
how
are
has he impact,
a reality
how has
today.
he impacts into life of common man. He should come and tell us. How many people has he made? How many people has he turned to, turn to successful people? How many people has he helped in their career? So he should come out. Such people, they are just gossipers. They are just what can I call them? They are just busybody. So that faturity you are saying is just being loud for nonsense. When they gave him an appointment, now he keep his mouth shut. I know him. He has been ranting on social media.
But he has been consistent, and he's a well-celebrated legal practitioner.
Let me tell you.
Now, away from that, the president has the final hurdles, which is the Supreme Court, of course, to jump. And what do you think might happen if possible the Supreme Court turns the case against him?
Chigozie, I think
would that be possible? How will you feel?
You are a knowledgeable person. We shouldn't be talking of by this stage we have now. You ought to have known that Obi and Atiku has no case to tender a Supreme Court.
But they have appealed.
You say what?
They have appealed.
Chigozie, they can appeal, but that appeal is just wasting of time. They are going for. They are wasting their serious time. I'm telling you, I've been following elections since 1992, 1982, something. And I'm telling you, what you people are clamoring for is not workable. Election you come for, you came for propaganda. You don't win the election through social media. You don't win the election by backlashing people on social media. Will you really do your groundwork? Forget about the followers. And I'm telling you, if any election has to come today, Obi will lose a lot of supporters, because the trend, what he started for with, was not what they ended up with. And he himself was really ashamed of his followers, that he did not send them to be abusing people on the social media, right?